So, there's been a lot of talk about inside hospitality, inside dining. So, we know now what's the price that people have to pay. And what I mean by that is, if you have fake identities, fake passports, fake vaccine passports, which I say straight, and I always have said it, I'm very much against it. I'm very much against it from the start. I don't believe in it. To be totally honest, I don't believe in the vaccine passport that's on your phone. Again, it'd be an email or something sent out to you. Again, I would rather it in paper because, again, the government, the agency, I don't trust them. I really don't trust them. Again, if you trust the Irish government, I would ask you to look in the mirror. I would actually ask you to look in the mirror, and I don't mean to be smart, but have a look at everything they've done in the last few months, in the last year. With Golfgate, it's the best example you could use. They just went and broke their own rules and were like, they're not accountable to anybody, and we would often done the wrong thing, and you and I had to deal with the consequences and had to, again, it was one rule for us and another rule for them, and they apparently above the rules. But again, this is the thing, €2,000 fine if you're found going in, or say if you don't have one and you go in, €2,000 fine. Take for example now, it's a €4,000 fine for illegal dumping. It is a lot more serious than things like that, but €2,000 for that, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and again, it's the legality too. I don't know how it's legal. I don't know how they're going to bring it in, how it's going to be brought in that it'll be legal, and who will be able to enforce it. That's the next thing. Is the guards going to be enforcing it? Because restaurants probably have to employ somebody in the door to check vaccine passports and things like that. I'm sure they will get sick of it in the restaurants and hotels and everything, which I wouldn't blame them because it's the biggest stupid thing ever heard. COVID vaccine passports. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's the same thing that happened in the Soviet Union, the Nazi Germany. You had to show your papers, and it's ridiculous, and that's just putting it straight. It's ridiculous that you have to go again as a taxpaying citizen, as a private citizen in this country, you're entitled to your data to be kept secret. Your data to be kept between you and your doctor or whoever. But again, having people asking you for your vaccine passport, again, it'd be the same nearly thing probably as Nazi Germany. There'll probably be checkpoints along the road where you have to show your passport and things like that, which is where we go. We're nearly are going that point because we already have seen with checkpoints. There's guards on every road, guards stopping here, guards stopping people from going for the grave, to go to see the dead mother in the graveyard. And this is the kind of crack that's been going on the last few months to a year. And then obviously, the next part, which I'll talk about two things actually, is a month in prison. Again, just to say that straight, a month in prison for not having identity for vaccine passport, or having a fake one, or going into a pub without it. Now, again, I could say many things. That there's many people who break the laws. I could say, and I even said on Twitter, there's people coming up from Lockford to Cavan to dump rubbish. It's the same across the whole country. And they're doing it every day of the week, costing you and I, the taxpayer of this country, thousands upon thousands of euro every week. There's one person every week for Lockford coming up, and every week it's a big bill. Upwards of nearly €400 worth of rubbish he dumps around the place. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating, because he collects rubbish from other people and he goes and dumps it. And again, we are looking into it and things like that. But again, that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. And again, apparently, again, the law doesn't matter. Apparently the law is only for when, I don't know, when they feel like enforcing it. That's kind of the rule in this country. Unless you stand up to the government, you get to. We've seen actually in Cork today, a woman, a grandmother, I think she's in her 60s, get sent to prison for 3 months. And you might be like, what dastardly crime did she do to go to prison for 3 months? And I'd be like to you, if I heard that, I'd be like, must be something serious now if you're going to prison for 3 months, if you're going for 90 days. And you might be like, was it robbery? Was it theft? What was it? Was she abusing somebody? No. She just didn't want to wear a face mask, or she had an exception. Again, I can't assume, because she probably does have an exception. For a woman, for her age, I would just assume. Again, that's the thing. It's up to her as a private citizen to have her privacy and to have a private medical data. So I really can't really assume. So I will retract that statement. But again, she's entitled to say she did say she was accepted, because I remember hearing the news things who actually pulled back. No, but take that with a grain of salt what just said. But 90 days, like, you know, there's people robbing houses. There's people going around, you know, causing havoc in our towns and in our villages in the country. And we send a woman to prison for 90 days. Not wearing a face mask. I'm not asking does she have a medical exception or anything like that. Probably not even bothered to ask the judges. You know, it's really a joke. Again, there's people that commit serious crime in this country and they get off the list. They just get off scot-free. And a person who doesn't pay their TV licence or go into the shop and robs bread because they can't afford to feed themselves, they get probably the key thrown away on them and locked into Mountjoy prison and never seen again. Because that's the thing. That's what's happening in this country. That's what's happening at the moment. You know, and people might be saying, you know, I'm making a big deal out of nothing, vaccine passports. It's not nothing. To me, it's not nothing. It's about your freedom. It's about your choice too. That you don't have to give your private information. We all know about the data protection law, which was passed a few years ago, which changed a lot. You couldn't give things over the phone. You couldn't give things like you used to over the phone. You had to get, like, take for example in my school, you know, nobody could go in, the doctor couldn't go in. It had to be me who takes it out to give what the doctor wanted to take out or whatever. Or take for example a speech and language therapist or anything. It has to be you, not the speech and language. Before that, my doctor could go and get a record of the school saying he was my doctor, and that was allowed back then. But now it's a different kettle of fish with the European data protection law. And again, you're entitled to have your data secure and have your private information secure, and not to have strange members, if so in Westwoods and hotels, members of the public. You might say a guard might ask you, but we don't know. They're not known, and what we're not being told, that is the thing. Is the things happen in the background. The ideas, the plans in the background. They're not being totally honest with us. They're leaving out, as they say, the fine print. We're not looking at the fine print. We're only seeing the front page. We're not seeing the fine print underneath it. That's the thing we have to be aware of, because always in the fine print you see the side effects, you see what could happen, where we could go, what's going to happen next. And we have seen the tyranny in the last few months, and there's not to describe more than tyranny. There's some things happening in this country. Guards going into churches. I could go, like, literally, I could make an endless list on every page in that notebook there. And that has nearly 200 pages. I can nearly write every line. Hundreds of billions upon billions of things that's been wrong and has been done that's inhumanity and humane in this country in the last year to a year and a half. And it's just putting it straight. And before that, I could write an endless 50 pages, millions of pages on everything that's happened in this country before that. That is totally wrong. And I'll be totally honest with you. It's just, you wonder. You really have to just wonder to yourself. But I say to people, you know, stay at home. You'd be better off staying at home than going to these restaurants and to these whatever. Stay at home. Again, I'm not going to go. Simple as that, I'm not going to go to any of these restaurants or any pubs or anything. I go outside if it needs to be. I go outside. You'd be still probably allowed outside, but you won't be allowed inside the pubs or restaurants or whatever. So when the winter comes, we'd be frozen to death. But look, I never went already. I'm too busy walking. Things to do. Walking man. Again, take it as you will. And again, just to say, no vaccine passports, a trend on the Twitter in Ireland. So, you know, a lot of people agree with me, to be totally honest. I know some people are pro-European and just determined to go with the European narrative. But again, there's always a time we have to question the narrative and question why we should have these vaccine passports. Thank you.